Okay, today I had a call that I was given permission of to upload, and it's one of my downline agents who we've been in touch the last couple months as he's trying to get his business off the ground. And this is a recorded call of what we did, what we went over, what we talked about. And with his permission, like, I'm so thankful to upload this, and I think it'll be awesome for any agent who's struggling to gain traction in this industry, because we're all going through it. We're all feeling the pain of what's going on in the world, and stay to the end, and I think you'll get some serious value from this call. Let's go. What's up, everyone? My name is Cameron Hodge. On this channel, I share everything about my journey being a licensed agent in the USA, and also just giving away tips, tricks, and everything I feel along the way. And if you are looking to find a better thing, you feel like your current brokerage is not doing it for you, or you just want an honest conversation about eXp Realty, I am here to have that conversation. Not an assistant, not an ISA, literally it's just me. So some are popping up below is how you can get a hold of me. You can call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call down below to have an honest conversation. I'm always having conversations with agents, team leaders, broker owners, just everything, and they just want an honest opinion. I'm happy to give that. So if that's you, reach out, let's have a conversation. Now, before I switch over to it, this call is a call I had with one of my agents who have joined me here at EXP, and we stay in touch at least every month at a minimum, and just kind of go over everything, what's going on in his life, what's some of the struggles, the pains. And actually today, we actually out of nowhere, like, I wasn't even planning on doing this, but we ended up coming to an agreement to try and get some money in his pocket to where I benefit and he benefits, and can get maybe some possible referral income. So it's really cool. And if you're an agent who's brand new in the industry, or you're getting started, or maybe you just want to compare yourself and say, hey, are there others going through this struggle? Because I promise you, it's happening. We're all feeling it. Rates just went up massively again towards record highs again today, and we're all feeling this pressure in this weird time inside the industry. And I figured, with his permission, I wanted to upload this video because I figured it would give massive value to you. And here, without further ado, let's get in it.
Hey, what's up, Karen?
What's up, dude?
How is the client?
What's that?
How is the clients?
Oh, good, dude. We just opened escrow.
Alright, good for you. Congrats.
Thanks, man. Hopefully I got a second one coming up, but we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. I just wanted to finish off our phone call. I've been making a whole bunch of phone calls trying to see who has the money, pretty much. I'm setting up a presentation with someone recommended an Excel spreadsheet to get all the numbers and make a professional presentation to get people invested into this property. Mm-hmm. So also I wanted to run it by you with the videos that we spoke about like what, almost 2 weeks now. I don't know how your editor is he just focused on like real estate content, or does he do other things as well?
I only use him for my real estate stuff. Moving forward, I am partnering with one of our other partners here, and we'll be doing something nationally for veterans on like the media side, just more education.
Cool.
But he's my YouTube guy. I don't like to. He's really good at it, editing and managing the YouTube, and I don't want to put him in a position where he's playing into his weaknesses. So I want him to stay in his strengths. So I have him just work on the YouTube real estate side of the house.
Got it. Yeah, because I put a lot of thought into your offer, and I didn't want to impose because I don't know if you had a chance to check out my channel recently, but I actually have been looking at, people call it like entertainment type videos, but I've actually, the past couple months through my travels and everything, I've gained over 300,000 views on the channel. So I think there's something there. I just need, with the editing, I wasn't sure if your editor would be down, because I'm kind of combining my real estate with entertainment, so to speak. So I know a lot of people kind of have like to sit down in front of the camera in the office and then like just edit like the clips like these people. Like my thing is like outside, like running around kind of. So like I wasn't sure if your editor would be down to edit that.
So he's down to do whatever, but I think I want to keep him doing what he's doing so well, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Do you got military bases near you?
I actually have Air Force, McGuire Air Force Base.
Okay. Yep, I know it. Okay.
It's like half hour for me.
Okay, right on. Because one thing we're doing with my partner is we're looking at eventually doing like relocation and like PCS help for those relocating to military bases. And McGuire probably be one of those on our list eventually here. Meaning we would help you get a channel off the ground as well. Aside from what you're doing. Personally, I think what you're doing is great for personal brand. So, because remember, I separate the two. You follow me on my personal channel. And I also have a separate one that's just on, like, you know, Orlando, like moving there, what to do, what to know, and things like that. Because, like, they're kind of different types of people. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Because YouTube, if it's good at one thing, it's finding like-minded people and showing them your stuff.
Yeah, that's the algorithm. So, so that's why I want your editor to focus on you and his thing. If anything, I would be willing, because I have been in the market for an editor for a while now. I know you were so kind and generous to offer me the editor for free, everything like 10 videos and stuff, but I would be willing to pay if it's like such a like if what I'm asking for is like so out of field. Like I would be willing to pay a little bit, whatever it takes to get these videos done, because I do have my videos that I do. Like I've been posting thousands of shorts, like little like minute clips that go on the YouTube short feed, and that's how I've been gaining some views. But I do know that the long form content is where actually YouTubers get paid a lot more. Not only that, but the YouTube algorithm, like the retention of people sticking around like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to watch your Florida video, you know.
Right.
So that's what I want to get into.
So, yeah, I don't mess with shorts. It's great, but I'm not in the game. And it's just me personally. I'm not in the game of getting views and subscribers. I really don't care. I mean, my Orlando channel's up to 125 subscribers and growing every week. So it's gaining traction. I mean, that's great. But it's people calling me and getting real business. You know what I mean?
Got it.
And that's kind of where everything I have is directed. Because, and now don't get me wrong, when we kind of start pushing that veteran education, like that's different. We will be kind of looking for those subscribers and views because that's like top of funnel. But keep in mind, we're doing the foundation first. Like that's an after effect. My biggest concern is getting a foundational business where people are calling us and it's consistent to the point where we are, you know, that's like the main business. And it works. It's been proven like tons of times, which is why I don't want to deviate too much from it. Because the problem with shorts is they don't separate the average view duration from that compared to your longer videos. So there's nothing wrong with having a shorts channel. I mean, you could do like Charlie Acuna shorts, and then it all points to your main channel. I mean, I've heard that recommendation, and that does really well, regardless of what you're trying to do, just so you know.
All right, yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, so that's definitely been something that honestly grabbed a lot of my time and energy. Like I'm in a video group right now. You probably don't know these guys, but I'm sure you've heard of like Mr. Beast, right?
No, of course. Who hasn't?
Yeah. So I went out to. He had a grand opening for his Beast Burger in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yep.
And I went and I made a video out of that and stuff like that. Some of those shorts did pretty well. So like that's kind of like I'm really into the real estate thing, but I also know like that's one thing I agree with you on. I haven't gained any business off of my shorts or videos. Like that's one thing that differentiates like your videos. Like I have been based more in the entertainment thing. So I guess you could say I am focused on the views and subscribers and stuff. Like I would like to make a business out of that and grow that, and eventually, you know, have the real estate thing there. I like saying that I'm a real estate agent. That helps with investments and stuff. But also, maybe the subscribers and the views could also help with the veteran thing, you know, when you're trying to get more attention and stuff. So I guess I'm kind of growing my lanes right now, you know. So.
No, I feel you, brother. If I can make a suggestion.
Sure.
So it's the same thing I went through, but you're kind of you're attacking like a lot of different niche right now.
Okay.
And maybe picking one and focusing on it, right? Because I think, and I kind of went down this same road too, and I just share like a thought on it. So you want to do like, you really want to go into investing, respect it. You want to go into your real estate business, but not all business owners are good at investing, and not all investors are good at business. So I think, I mean, the cool thing with EXP is you can kind of do whatever you want, and you're going to find people, or I can connect you with people that are already doing that. Heck, I already know a couple for the investing side, right? You just need to figure out where you want to go, and like, because remember, like, and this I didn't really start to gain traction with Orlando until I just made all my branding equal. And if you just figure out, like, and there's nothing wrong with doing the entertainment, because I think once you find what you want to do, dude, just combine your entertainment and that topic. I mean, heck, dude, it doesn't have to be like relocation or whatever. Like, it could just be your investing journey. Like, dude, keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be that, and people will eventually naturally reach out to you. Like, people will find you, and that's my recommendation. Is, you know, just go all in, brother. You know what I mean? Like, I think, you know, again, like, the biggest thing is making sure like you have an income for yourself. But when I had that one focus of what I'm doing, like, everything just becomes simple. Because when something comes up, instead of getting like, you know, I call it like the squirrel effect. I see a squirrel and I go in one direction, you get to be like, well, that's not part of my goal right now. That's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on this. I want to get back in that next property, the next property. Hey, look, a wholesale deal came up. Fantastic. You know what I mean? And then naturally, like, you're just going to probably get investor clients. Like, I personally, I mean, I think that's where you're heading. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, imagine having one buyer that likes to buy 20 properties in a couple years. You know what I mean?
Sounds great.
So that's what I say. I mean, just turn your channel and do just entertainment and tie it into your investing and journey. I mean, that in itself is a whole channel. You just might just have to button some things up for sure on the analytics side, but.
Thank you for that, Cameron. Honestly, that was probably like a big, like, domino pusher what you just did right there. Like, you just even like defined my goals and where I'm headed even more specifically. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, brother. I mean, it's the same thing that I run into, right? Like, now, like, I'm focusing on 3 different areas. That's what I'm doing. And remember, it's all like, there's all a step to it. And I get really impatient too, right? I mean, like, with your investing side of it, I mean, so let me get an example of just where I've gone, because like, I'm not you have your goals, but I started off, I was doing everything last year. This year, I'm like, I love relocation, and I love veterans who buy a home wanting to do something with it profit-wise, like rent it or something eventually. Doesn't have to be immediately. Like, my current escrow, like, dude, there are two veterans that got together, and now they have a duplex that they're in escrow on in San Diego.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's realizing now, I'm like, well, maybe I should just start pulling lists and cold calling for multifamily in San Diego. Because even though, you know, with Florida being a part of like my life, like, it doesn't mean I have to leave my license and everything in San Diego, right? Because I'm really passionate about how veterans just aren't making enough money to get into homes. Well, dude, buying multifamily is a great freaking way for a lot of veterans to get in the game and really set themselves up for the future. And remember, like you mentioned, video editing. I'll be honest, I think Brave is really taxed. I don't think I can leverage him out for like outside stuff where he has to kind of learn. But I do have, I mean, eventually I think by the end of the year I'm going to be with my partner hiring another editor. And that's a different story. Because don't forget, I mean, you could also hire your own editor. I mean, the biggest concern is you need to get that first sale. You know, whether it's investing, dude, it doesn't matter. You just need that income coming in, and then I can open other doors for you that I've already gone through. You know, I mean, because don't forget, I shelled out a placement fee of $3,000 when I found my editor for the hiring process.
Really?
But by doing that, I've now consistently built a channel of 125 subscribers and growing, and I've had 7 reach outs, like almost 10 reach outs with all qualified people from that channel. So, it's it's the hardest thing is realizing like you just gotta keep putting in the work, and what you're doing, dude, just keep fucking doing it, and then you will eventually hit a place where you will be able to like leverage yourself and start doing those extra things. Trust me, I'm in the same place, brother. Like I can only do so much calling, and I'm like, dude, if I could hire someone else to help me like add on to the cold calling, like that would probably help not only help my veteran clients who want to buy multifamily, but it also kind of bleeds into what I already love doing anyways, which is just I love dealing with multifamily. A lot of people hate it. I really love it. It's complicated, and it kind of bleeds into that challenge, right? And that's the next step I'll be doing. But I realize I can't do it now. There's other things that need to happen first before I get there. So just realize, dude, it's really just that one sale, and then it's a domino effect.
Wow, I didn't even realize you put that much time, effort, and money into your editing team.
Yep. Dude,
one guy.
What's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, there's also another solution that is pay per video. So you do not have to spend that money up front. So I have another company I can text you that you don't have to pay all that money up front. You pay more per video, but it's a way lower barrier of entry. I went that route because I wanted someone who like I'm in charge of, right? Like I have control of, I get to set the tempo, it's just how I am, and also I get to leverage him and expand, and now I have partners paying half of his fee, and like I can do that with someone that I control. But there is another option that's way low barrier to entry that I would recommend to you first before getting to that point.
I paid one guy before for an entertainment video earlier, before I even met you. I paid him $400. It was way too much. Right? Mm-hmm. It was like in my video group, something special was like going on. So
yep,
he kind of gave me the premium price, like $400. Do you think you're a guy that does one video at a time? How much do you charge?
I have to check, brother. I've never used them, but like all of our upline uses them. So I can look into it and I'll let you know, because I'm not quite sure what that cost per video is, because I do 2 videos a week, but if you're only doing at least like one long form, it's obviously cheaper. But I'll look into it. Once we got the phone, I'll text you over the link, and then what the pricing looks like. But they're really good. They know what they're doing. The company's reputable. They do good work, and I know they come well referred.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Cameron.
Dude, for sure, brother. But what else you got going on? Anything else?
Let me think. Got the mentor. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask. I know I'm kind of focused on my own thing right now, but if you need help with your cold calling, I'd be willing to help you out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to work out a deal with that, brother. I mean, because I will for sure. And I mean, it'd have to be a per closing deal situation though, if that's all right.
Sure. So that means like all the calls, do all the calls, do everything, whatever on your own time for free on the side, and then if one of those deals goes through, then that's what you're talking about. We set up our thing on the side. Yep.
Also, don't forget, brother, like you're an agent, so it doesn't have to be per deal. Like we can just do a referral fee, like to be fully straight with you. So you'd be getting 25-30%, depending on the volume.
Honestly, I was always kind of confused on the referral side of business. I was under the impression that I had to get a referral license.
Heck no, dude. You're under EXP, brother. So, they don't touch your referral fee, so that stays with you. And it literally, like in New Jersey, like so California has like a state form, but dude, like you're blessed. Like you got the blessing from the government, brother. You got your license, so you literally can just, what's the word I'm looking for? You can just literally it's a referral agreement. And you just literally, we sign it, your broker signs it, my broker signs it, boom, done. When that deal closes, you get paid, a check sent straight to your door.
So would it be better for me to find the client, get the client to sign a paper, and then send that paper to you, or just send you the client immediately with the phone number, like, hey, I think...
No, great question. So what would happen is, so let's play this through this scenario right now, right? So let's say you do want to assist me with cold calling. I'll pull the list, right? I'll try to everything, and you're just making the calls. So you're helping me out by doing this extra list, because I mean you love investing, so like I think you would be perfect for it. And you do the calls, whatever. Eventually you get someone who's like, yeah, I want to sell my house. Sweet, we get it under contract. I get it listed under contract. as soon as it goes under contract, or well, listed in this case, you would you would fill out a referral agreement. I gotta help you with it, but their EXP has its own one as well. You fill it out. You put 25%, or like if I do like anything over $1 million, I ask 30%. You fill it out, and then you just send it to me and say, hey, have your broker sign. I sign it, I send it back to you, and I mean, dude, you get 30% of that commission, whatever it ends up being, before splits.
Very cool.
Yep.
And you mentioned if you personally, you do over $1 million, 30%, under 25%?
Yeah. I mean, some people definitely ask more, right? So some people who do cold calling as a business and refer to agents, they'll do 35% on everything. It really depends, right? So if I'm the one paying for the lists, I mean, I probably would expect it to be 25 because I'm paying all the things and you're just doing the time. But we can also work that out, right, dude? I can still do 30%. I mean, you're still doing the freaking work. Like, I'll be honest with you, I would take that any day of the week. Like, if it's closing deals, like, I would hand out 30%, no questions asked, because it's what it leads to, right? Also, don't forget, it's California price point, and for that situation. So the average price for multifamily is like probably $700K right now.
So you're looking for the referral side. Two questions. One, how good is your referral side of the business? And two, are you looking for referrals in both Florida and California, or just mainly one state?
I do both. I have a partner that we split 50-50 if I'm not in Orlando to work it. For San Diego, I have one person who's in the process of getting licensed. That will be my 50-50 split should that time come. California doesn't really make sense at this time to make a team, so I just leave it independent. But also keep in mind, brother, like if you get something going and I'm not here, like you don't have to send it to me. Like you can send that referral agreement to anyone. And dude, I promise you they'll take it. So even if once I'm officially done in Florida, it doesn't stop, right? Also being on the East Coast, like you be doing these calls probably after you've already done your local stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So you do you get a list you mentioned? Do you pay for a list?
Depends on what it is, right? So I've used RedX, I've used Vulcan 7. If you're doing for sale by owner, expireds, and circle prospecting, those are your two main options that I've used and enjoy. I think I prefer RedX a little bit more, but Vulcan 7 is definitely really good. I've used those for that data, but when it becomes to very specific, like let's say I have a company I use, and let's say I wanted a list of owner-occupied multifamily properties in San Diego that have been owned for more than 2 years, I will go through them. And then depending on how hard it is to get the data, they will set the fee and let me know up front. And then I'll pay for that list. They scrub the phone numbers, they give you multiple contact numbers and things like that. And that's how I usually build my campaigns. So in this case, that's what I'd be looking at doing, right? I think listing agents, when it comes to multifamily in San Diego, there's not many. There's definitely not many. So if I go to pull the list and there's like not enough information, it might not be worth it, or I might have to adjust my criteria. But the goal is to, owner-occupied multifamily within the last 2 years, because it's my niche of people that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And then that group, if they're like, hey, we can definitely get the data, they'll be like, yep, they'll scrub it. They'll make sure the numbers are as good as they can be. And then they'll send it over to me like an Excel file, and that's usually when I'll load it up into a dialer.
Okay. Would you recommend that I start off just by going off of some of your phone numbers, or just by going off of leads that I find for free, like owner-occupied, family-wise? I
mean, you can do whatever, brother. Let's say we were to do something here in San Diego, I'd probably point you in the right direction, because every market's different, right? I've done absentees. That's another one. People who own homes, but their address is different, meaning they don't live in the home most likely. I've done those as well. Those can be decent in California, Florida have a lot of those. So that's another good option that I'm very interested in having someone call. But I mean, expireds and for sale by owners are great because any dialer is going to provide that to you. It's just with what I'm trying to do, I don't really want to look at those lead sources. I kind of want to look at my own thing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because that's where I want to niche into. Remember, the riches are in the niches. So if I dialed it down all the way, and as long as I can get good data to make the numbers work in my favor, then I think it's a justifiable risk, and like I'm willing to do it. Because when you're really broad, which mind you, like if you're calling for sale by owners and expireds, dude, that's niched down. Like that's very specific, right? And when you're pulling like just random raw data, like who owns multifamily in San Diego, who owns, like you kind of need to niche it down to make sure you're getting, you know, as specific as possible to the type of client you want to get, and that I know I can serve.
And what?
And that you can serve, like you know the type, you know how to serve them, you know how to talk to them, and you know if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Then why don't you send me over a few numbers that you did pay for, because that's one thing. I've always been calling numbers that I find for free or whatever, and I've always wanted to call people that are generated. I guess the numbers are generated from some system that.
Yep, I have a list.
Yeah,
I have a current list
because I've always wanted to call a list of people that are more motivated instead of just random.
Yeah, I mean, do you have? How consistent have you been with your? Like, give me your schedule. Like, how have you been doing your calls?
I usually call them in the afternoon. I'll call for a couple of hours. I mean, like if I have it, I'll call. Like, I don't mind. It's been fun. That's how I found this one Trenton guy for this deal that I have right in front of me. I found him because I was trying to list his house, and he told me he wasn't interested, but I just wanted to learn more, and I wanted to see what it was about. I saw him met him in person. I was just like, he was only interested in talking to buyers, so I just acted like a buyer, and I got a lot of information, and now I want to be a buyer. But it all started because I was just trying to list his house, so it was fun.
Hey, dude. Yeah, dude. I am all for it, brother. I do have a list. It's gonna be a little bit older, but there has to be at least one deal sitting in that list. It's from a couple months ago, and I went through it, but you know, not everyone picks up the first time. You know how it is. So, dude, I'm glad to send it over to you. Do you have a dialer?
What's that? What do you mean, like automatic thing or something?
Oh, brother, we got a lot to talk about. Yeah, so I'm willing to do. So, you've been doing it manual?
Yeah, I've been doing everything manually.
Oh man. All right. So, there are a lot of different forms of dialers, right? You have single line and triple line. Triple line means imagine you're calling out to 3 numbers at once. First one that picks up is the one that you get connected with on the dialer. Now, states like California, not really legal unless they gave prior consent. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Right. Now, you can use like Mojo is a good one. It's like $100 a month. Mojo is a good one. You have Red X and Vulcan. They all have dialers. Vulcan only is a single line dialer, meaning that it's calling one number at a time, but you quickly get through stuff. So if someone doesn't answer, you have a pre-recorded voice message, you hit leave voicemail, boom, on to the next number, on to the next number, on to the next number. It's way more efficient.
Interesting.
Yep. So, and
What's that one called?
What's that?
What's that one called, you said?
There's a couple. So like the list I'm doing, Mojo is probably the simplest one for you to use. It's reliable, $100 a month. And it can allow you can pay a little bit more. You can pay like $120 or $150, and it gives you a multi-line. So like the list I pulled, they all have some kind of prior consent that I can show proof of. So it allows me to do a triple line dialer, if that makes sense.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I'm definitely gonna have to keep that on the back burner because I don't have the cash for that right now. Always, that would be.
Well, if you're willing to do the calling every day, brother, like I'll front it. Like, that doesn't bother me.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
All right. All right, sweet, dude. It's an agreement. So I'll pull that list up, and yeah, dude. I mean, we'll just do a referral for you every single one, man. Let's get you paid.
That sounds amazing, man. I think this is a great step in the right direction.
Well, dude, that's how I got started in this industry. So I got started I did mostly inbound leads. I did some circle prospecting for sure. When I went independent, obviously I did expireds for sale by owners. There weren't any expireds during COVID, so it was more for sale by owners and circle prospecting. And I mean, that's how I got that one deal. One of the latest ones I've had was for sale by owner. So, I mean, dude, I'm all for it, man. I even have scripts for absentees because that's what that list is right now, is absentee. But I'm really interested in the multifamily, dude. So, I mean, let me look into it. Let me because I'm a very like systemized person. So let me get an idea of what that would look like and what I would need, and then like, dude, we can set up an agreement where like you're making sure you're getting paid for it.
Sounds amazing, Cameron. Thank you for the opportunity.
Dude, absolutely, brother. So I can do that, and I'll be in touch. Before I let you go, do you have any other questions for me?
No questions, but also I also have a couple absentee scripts over here, so I could probably combine everything.
Yeah, I'll send them over just for your reference, brother. But
awesome. Thank you again, Cameron.
Dude, absolutely, man. Like, I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but dude, I mean, you're obviously putting in the work. Like, why not get it to the point? I mean, I know it's not a full deal. I mean, but dude, why not? You know? Yeah. Why not get something in the bank? I mean, imagine. I mean, the average price point for homes in San Diego. I mean, you're gonna be getting a couple grand minimum per referral that closes. So. Yeah.
Also, this broadens my horizons because I've actually called. I'm pretty sure I've called every single for sale by owner, not in my county, but definitely in my town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely, at some point, I will have the entire county. I only have the MLS in one county right now because, well, I had another agent tell me that you should get multiple, like, all around, but I can't really pay that right now, so I'm just trying to focus on this one. But if I'm doing the calls for you, then that ups my chances of broadening my horizons.
Well, then it gets you paid, brother. You know, like I have no issues paying you what you deserve for that. I mean, because like I got paid per like phone deal. I got paid $500 a closing. Like you're gonna be making a lot more than that with a referral. And like I said, EXP doesn't touch it. You're getting 100% of that referral, like check inbound.
Yeah, sounds amazing, Cameron.
Dude, awesome, brother. I love it. So when I got that information together, I'll reach out. I mean, worst case is tomorrow morning. But, I mean, maybe I'll send you a text later once I got things worked out because I want to figure out, you know, my game plan for that and what I would need. But, dude, like, yeah, I'm all for it, man. Let's get this working. At least it gives you some money to get some groundwork going, you know?
Yeah, or even get another MLS because one of the agents definitely told me I needed more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement there. So, dude, that's what's up, man. I love it. So I'll let you know when I got that worked out and we can talk further about it.
Awesome. Talk soon, Cameron. Have a
dude,
great rest of your day, yeah?
Dude, absolutely, brother. Oh, also, are you okay with this call being put up on a video?
No, that's fine. This one right here?
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Why not?
This one right here on video.
Fuck it. Well, I mean, I'm the one on video, but...
Oh, yeah, that's fine, man. That's fine.
But we can always do one together, dude. I don't fucking give a shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm at now where I just record everything and then throughout my day. And just take it from there, man. But like I recorded our conversation at least. I mean, if you said no, I delete it. So I'm cool like that. But it's
that's really fine.
But like if you want, man, I can always send you the clips if you want to use it for something.
Post everything, man. Post everything. If you
All
take a look, I post so many things. I would like to post more conversations. Whenever I do meet you, there'll be a camera there, like. Interaction,
dude, that's why I'm happy we're together because dude, that's the future. All right, guys, so that was the call I had with Charlie, and like honestly, it was awesome. I can't believe it's funny how sometimes like you have a conversation and you just intend to reach out. Hey, how's it going? How are things doing? What are your struggles? What can I help with? And by the end of it there, we're like, wow, it looks like we might have an agreement to where, you know, he's already doing cold calling. He's like, hey, I could use some more. I don't have the money to do it. And I'm like, well, I'm actually in the need of someone to do more cold calling for me. Like, are you willing to do it? You know, you're on the East Coast, but do you want to do it for me in San Diego? And he was absolutely a astounding yes. And that's crazy. We'll see if it works out. I'm going to try and we'll figure that out for him. But it's really exciting to have the ability to not only be partnered with people who are like-minded, but also to where just by having a conversation, now I found a way to, I think, get some money in his pocket, like hard cash, to get him going. And that's super exciting. I mean, EXP doesn't take any money from referral fees. So literally, like, he's going to be a pretty well-paid cold caller, and I'm really happy to kind of build something to give him the money that can turn into future growth for his business there in New Jersey. So I hope you got value in this video. I hope maybe you related with it, or I gave you some insight. Again, if you are looking to find your culture, find your community, I am here. You can call me, text me, email me, schedule a Zoom call down below. It really doesn't matter. It's me. It's not someone else. It's not a freaking random person. It's me. And I love having that conversation to give you an honest opinion. Heck, I turn people all the way. I even turned down a cash buyer last week because he was just freaking a rotten person. So realize that I'm here to help you. And again, hope you got value in this video. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.